Oh, this is the one. This is the must try of 2023 holiday season.
I'm satisfied with life. I do not just get by, I thrive. What a miracle to be up and alive.
Come on, subscribe and like this thing. I'm bringing you the bangers. Man, I love this recipe. We're gonna make a oven baked roux because I don't have time nor patience to sit there and stir. And then while it's in the oven, and I just stir it every, 10, 20 minutes, I'm chopping and preparing everything else. So it's really efficient and I don't have to suffer stirring roux. So we're gonna start at 90. That's gonna give you the darkest roux. Of course, you take it out when it's the tint that you like. I go for milk chocolate or a little darker than that. So we're going to prep our greens. We're gonna take the back out, and you see, I'll just keep on checking it. In the beginning, I checked it a little bit more often, maybe 10 minutes, and I started going out to 15. I got comfortable, it was cool. Now I'm gonna clean my greens. When you clean your greens, it's super important that if you're going to use this technique, I have a strainer on top of a bowl. That way it's easy for me to pick it up and clean it. But if you use this technique, you have to put your baking soda on your greens, and I mix it in really good. And then you add the vinegar while it's in the bowl. If you add the vinegar and the baking soda separately and then put it in the bowl, the reaction is what cleans the greens. So you want the reaction to take place with the greens. So just remember, don't pre-mix it, mix it in the bowl with greens. That's actually what's going to clean it, that reaction that you see with all the bubbles going. So here I am 30 minutes in. You see it's getting a nice little color to it, getting a little nice color. Now of course it did not take me 30 minutes to clean the greens. I was kind of doing everything else in the world, but here nor there. You're gonna chop up your onion. You're gonna chop up, I chopped one large onion. I didn't have a big one, so I did 1.5 of a medium-sized small one. I did a couple of stalks of celery. You're gonna chop those down, as well as I did, of course, I like the colorful bell peppers, but you can absolutely use a green bell pepper. This is just a taste preference for me. All right, so then I'm still checking my roux, so I'm gonna keep on going and start prepping out the rest. I like this frozen garlic. You can use fresh garlic too. About 3 cloves or so would be good enough, and then you can always add more garlic powder to accommodate the taste. Now, I took mine out about 20. I just turned off my stove and started doing other stuff, moving around. When I was ready to get going, I put it in the pan with my chopped up veggies. You gotta keep it moving. It will burn very quickly. I have a great nonstick pan, HexClad. Make sure you have a very thick bottom pan when doing this, or you will burn it. If you're unsure about it, just add your half a cup to a cup of stock now, and it'll give you a little bit more moisture, so you don't have to worry about it burning. So we're really not trying to cook the vegetables until they're translucent. We're just trying to incorporate everything. It's gonna stew down, so you don't have to really worry about getting your veggies all cooked up. I put turkey wings in there. That's not what I had left over in the freezer. It really did give it that right in between greens and gumbo flavor, but you can use whatever. I wish I did have something with more meat on it, but it was still awesome. Gumbo is about what you're into, so you could also add chicken. It was still great just how it was. Now you see I start putting some seasoning in. I'm gonna put my bay leaves for once I actually remembered when I was seasoning and have to go back in the pot like usual. Just season light. We can always add more seasoning at the end. Don't worry if you taste it and it's slightly salty, because when you put all those greens in there, you're gonna see that it's gonna be fine. It's gonna take the salt, but again, be light with your salt in the beginning. I always like to add my salt towards the end, so it makes sure it's balanced and have time for the liquids to cook down and everything concentrate, and not worry about things getting salty. All right, now we're just adding in the rest of our ingredients. We're gonna add our greens. I'm gonna add okra. It's optional. If you don't like it, don't do it, but I do think it gives it the texture you expect from gumbo, but that is your business. Now we're gonna bring it up to like a nice soft simmer. Once you see the simmer going, put your top on it, and you're gonna reduce your heat to low or medium. Cook it until the greens are ready to your preferred tenderness. And then like the last 5 to 10 minutes, you're gonna put your shrimp in. I didn't season them. Believe me, they're gonna soak up all that seasoning that's in that pot. It's crazy good. You don't have to worry about that. And if you season them, they're just gonna fall off anyway. It's going to hot liquid. So this was a 10 out of 10 must try. One of the best things I've cooked this year. So happy holidays, and I can't wait to see you again.